Hi guys, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a first impressions of all drugstore products, and I've had my eye on some of these products for a while, so I tested them out and this is the look that I came up with, and I have some amazing hits and some flops. Yes, I know. If you guys have watched my video, a lot of the times I don't have flops. Watch my video, see what not to buy and what to buy. So yeah, nothing too crazy today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to join my little family. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I have a lot of new drugstore items that I am so excited to try out. So for primer, I'm gonna go with this Fourth Ray Beauty one. This is called the Thirst Aid Hydrating Priming Moisturizer. I was scrolling on ColourPop and I saw this and it really intrigued me. Hydrating, moisturizing primer, and that's right up my alley. So I decided to, give it a try. So it comes with a little squeezy tube. I'm gonna apply like that much. Ooh, it's quite runny. This feels slimy. I don't know. But like not in like a bad way, but it just feels very slimy. I thought this was gonna feel more like a moisturizer. So just a little first impressions. The finish is exactly like my Glossier priming moisturizer, but I think this is a little bit more slimy and greasy. But yeah, it gave me a really nice dewy finish. Now that it's like dried down, it kind of feels a little bit tacky. Now for foundation, I'm gonna try out this Revlon Candid Glow one. I have been dying to try this out. Just because I really like the packaging and just because it's a glowy foundation, so I love a good glowy foundation. This is in the shade 270 Medium Beige. And then I think I'm just gonna dot this around my face. Now I'm just gonna go with my Milani sponge. This is like my favorite all-time sponge. I love it so much. And just blend this all out. So it is glowy, but it's nothing crazy. I think it's like the perfect amount of glowiness for me, to be honest, because I used to really like glowy foundations until I started just looking really greasy. But this one's like not like that at all. I think it's really pretty, has like light to medium coverage, and just has like the perfect radiant glow. Now for concealer, I'm gonna be testing out the Revlon Candid Concealer. This I've also been meaning to test out just because I see a lot of people talking about it. So I am in the shade 25 Creme Brulee. This is cool because I thought it would be a squeezy too, but it actually comes with a doe foot applicator. So this one isn't glowy, but this one is like a natural finish. So this concealer is extremely natural, very, very natural. It literally looks like my skin. I can't even tell that I'm wearing concealer. It just is very thin, very natural, lightweight. So far so good. So out of these two, I do think I like the foundation just a little bit more just because it is glowy and I like looking very glowy. And it just feels a little bit more hydrating on the skin as opposed to the concealer. So if they came out with a glowy concealer, I would honestly buy it. I think it'd be a huge hit just because glowy makeup is like very trendy right now. So for blush, I'm going to be trying out this Florence by Mills. This is her cream blush in the shade Glowing G. So if you guys don't know what Florence by Mills is, it is the makeup and skincare brand by Millie Bobby Brown. That's her name. Yeah, I think she's an actress. So yeah, she has her own makeup line, and honestly it's really cute. But I was only interested in the cream blushes, so I swatched it a little bit and it's a really pretty color. So that is what the color looks like. I'm actually going to use a brush. I'm going to use my favorite brush ever. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is the best brush to apply your cream blushes with. This just really speeds up the process, to be honest, because blending out with your fingers is such a hassle. Oh, that's really pretty, really cute. And it feels really lightweight. I think this would leave a dew, but the thing about using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush is that it kind of takes away the dew of some cream blushes, so just keep that in mind. But I'm not mad at it. It looks really natural. It's not just like sitting on top of my skin. I really like blushes that kind of like sink into my skin and make it look like I'm actually naturally blushing. Next, I'm going to be testing out this Hard Candy Chilling Powder. I am so excited about this chilling powder because I've seen people test it out and it apparently like feels really cooling, like wet water on your face. And so if you guys don't know me, I love the feeling of like coolness on my face. So when I saw that Hard Candy came out with this cooling powder and a lot of people's reactions were a positive one, I ran out and bought it, and now I am going to be testing it out. So I feel like Hard Candy is just killing it right now. Like they're coming out with just so many products right now. Like they came out with all those different primers, and now they came out with a bunch of different powders. So besides this hydrating one, they have like a bunch of other ones. So I'm just gonna take a little tapered brush and I'm gonna apply this under my under eyes. Oh wow! This feels really nice. It feels like I'm putting water on my face. How interesting. I feel like this product would be so amazing for the summer because, you know, like you get so hot and sweaty. So like this is like a perfect cooling powder for the summertime. And like imagine being out and it's so hot and you go to retouch your makeup. This would just feel so nice on the skin. Okay, so besides the cooling effect, I think it looks really nice. It actually kind of blurred my skin, so I love a good blurring effect. And it feels really soft on my skin. Like it doesn't feel cakey. It's not clinging to any like dry patches. It is honestly a very hydrating powder, so wow. Very amazed and very pleased at the same time. Now for bronzer, I'm going to be going in with this Milani matte bronzer. This is such a popular item and I just never picked it up because I just thought, you have so many bronzers, you don't need another bronzer. But then I ended up picking it up, so. This is in the shade 02 Sunkissed. So this is meant to be like a really silky matte bronzer. I really like the color because it's like a neutral brown. It's blending out really nicely. That's how I can tell I like a bronzer, is by the way that it blends out. I don't like bronzers that are like super patchy. And I also don't like bronzers that are super orange. So this is just giving me a really nice tanning bronze effect. Wow, this is really pretty. I really like this. No wonder so many people have it. So I feel like my blush kind of like faded after all those powders. So I'm gonna go with this Milani blush. This is the baked powder blush in the shade Luminoso. I have tried these baked blushes before and I love them, but I haven't tried out this Luminoso shade, and apparently it's their most popular shade. So I picked it up and I haven't tested it out yet, so I might as well test it out right now. Ooh, this one's like very glowy. More glowy than the other ones I have. The other ones, the glowiness is not too prominent, but this one's very, very glowy. Yeah, so it gave me a really pretty sheen and it's quite intense. So, what is this on my eye? Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, the blush of that Milani one, the sheen is very intense, so I hope that doesn't disrupt my highlighter I'm going to be testing out. So the highlight I'm going to be testing out is the Revlon Skin Lights. This honestly sold me just because of how pretty the product looks. Like, look at how beautiful it looks. So freaking pretty. So I'm just going to take this on a little fan brush and apply it. Oh gosh, I don't think I like this. Oh no. It's not pretty. It just picked up on like all of my texture and it's very glittery. I don't like this. I don't know if you guys can see, but it just like picked up on all my pores and all my texture. Oh, I don't like it. It's very glittery too. I think I'm gonna wipe it off. Oh no. Things were going so well. Okay, I think we got it. I think we are good. I had such big hopes for this. It was so pretty. I was expecting it to be so good. And like the packaging's very compact, so I didn't think it was gonna be glittery or powdery. So this was a really big flop for me. That is really sad. I really wanted to like this, but I could just tell right off the bat I'm not gonna like it. So sadly, I have nothing new for brows. I'm just gonna go ahead and do them off camera. Now for eyes, I'm going to be testing out this e.l.f. primer. I have no idea how much this is going to work. It was like $2 at Walmart, but I'm getting into eye primers again and I don't have a good drugstore one, so I thought I would just start cheap and test out the e.l.f. one. I remember using this back in like high school, and I don't remember my thoughts on it, so. So the only primer I've been using lately is my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and that makes my eyelids feel like really tacky, and this one only makes my eyelids feel like matte with like a very, very, very slight tackiness. So I don't know how it's gonna perform, but let's go ahead and do our eyeshadow and find out. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna be testing out this Milani Luster Lights palette. I don't know if this is new or not, but I just saw that it was new at Walmart. It is such a pretty palette. This is totally up my alley. It's so many pinks and purples. I love it so much. So if you guys know me, I am obsessed with Milani's Drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I think Milani is probably the best when it comes to eyeshadow palettes because a lot of them are like flops for me. And these are so buttery and like sheerly pigmented. I love these a lot. So I think I'm gonna mix these two colors and use that as my transition shade. Now I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to tap that on my lid just to kind of like brighten it up again. So this is a little too pink, so I'm just going to go into my bronzer and I'm going to add some brown in there. Now I'm going to take this shade, Like Butter, I'm going to tap that all over my lid. These shimmers are very intense, so you can honestly just put them on with a brush. Okay, I'm gonna mix these two and slightly darken my outer corner. I feel like I probably should have wore a pink shirt today. It probably would have matched a lot better, but that's okay. It is okay. But love this palette. The eyeshadows performed exactly like I thought they were going to. Amazing, just like all of the other Milani eyeshadow palettes. So really like this. I just think it's very pink and purple, so I would wear pink and purple with this palette. Now for lashes, I'm going to be trying this Volume Lash Paradise. I am hopping on the bandwagon really late with this mascara. I don't know why, but sometimes with mascaras from L'Oreal, it's like a hit or miss for me. The only one I like that I've ever bought from them is the Bambi one, and that one is like my holy grail drugstore. But everyone loves this one, so I thought, why not? I was disappointed because the packaging feels very cheap, as a lot of their other ones do. And L'Oreal's a little bit more expensive than other brands like Maybelline and, you know, just e.l.f. But I don't know why their mascara, like, packaging always feels so cheap. Anyways, I'm just gonna first curl my lashes. So first impressions of this mascara, it just reminds me of the Better Than Sex mascara. I think it's really nice though. It definitely makes my lashes really long. As you can see, my lashes are extremely long, so it definitely lengthens them. And yeah, I think it's really good. I have nothing bad to say about it, except it just gets really messy on my eyelids. Now for lips, I'm gonna be testing out this Maybelline Matte Ultimate Lipstick, and this is in the shade More Buff. So this is really creamy and really matte, and it doesn't feel drying on my lips at all. It also looks really smooth on my lips, so I like it when matte lipsticks look very smooth. I was gonna be putting this on top of it, but I don't know if I want to. This is just a new shade. I've tried these glosses before. This is just in the shade Partly Rowdy, and it's like really glittery. Yeah, this is the ColourPop So Juicy lip glosses in the shade Partly Rowdy. And this is a plumping gloss too. So I thought this gloss would have a little bit more sparkle in it, but just like all of the other ones, it's very clear and sheer. It just looks like a clear gloss, to be honest. But I do really like these glosses. They are one of the shiniest glosses that I own, and I really enjoy the plumping effect because it's not like a burn, but it's more of like a cooling sensation. Now I'm going to be testing out this Physicians Formula setting spray. So this is new and it looks so luxurious, feels very luxurious. It's like glass and heavy, so pretty. I know this is what Physicians Formula always looks like, but I just always think it looks like Lancome. So, but anyways, this is the Physicians Formula, the Essence of Healthy Toner and Setting Spray. So this is a toner and a setting spray, so it's gonna be really good for your skin. It says visibly brighten, hydrate, and soften texture, visibly enhance skin's radiance. The mist on that is very nice. That was a very nice mist. I can usually tell when I like a setting spray by the way that my skin reacts to it, because I do have a sensitive skin. So if I don't like something, or if it kind of has like harsh ingredients, then like my skin gets really red, I have like an allergic reaction, or it just burns and I get red. But this one feels so refreshing. It feels like very nice and just feels like I'm putting like water on my face. So it doesn't have like any chemical-y feeling at all. I hate setting sprays that feel like chemicals on the face. So this feels very refreshing. I really like it so far. As I was spraying it, a little bit got onto my arm, and it does have like a slight tackiness, so I do think it's gonna set your makeup for the entire day. Yeah, it feels just a little bit tacky, but nothing too crazy. I also don't like setting sprays that just feel really sticky. So yeah, this is really good. I really like this so far. But yeah, if I had to pick two items that I loved the most out of this entire first impressions, it would have to be the Hard Candy Hydrating Loose Powder and the Essence Setting Spray. These are amazing. If you were kind of iffy and you don't know what to buy, just please go out and purchase these because they are amazing. I 10 out of 10 recommend. These will not disappoint. Alright guys, so that was my drugstore first impressions. I hope you guys liked this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.